Hello, it's Tuesday the 16th of December 2014. You've been wondering where I was Saturday, haven't you? Were you wondering where I was? I know you were. I went... Oh, first of all, I spent a lot of money on something. Oh my God, wait till I tell you. Wait till I tell you. God, it's shot, and it was what would you call it? An unexpected payment? I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, I'll come to that in a minute. Don't rush me, don't rush me. First of all, Saturday. Now, I'm sorry, I forgot completely that I was going to another pantomime on Saturday. Now, this one was created and produced and starred in by a very good friend of mine, Ian James. Hello, Ian. And he had his pantomime at the Intimate Theatre, Beauty and the Beast. Tell the test of time, Beauty and the Beast. And I love that one, you know, they go, be our guest, be our guest. But none of those songs were in it. I was a little bit disappointed by that. That was like a modern version of it. Maybe in... I don't want to call it an amateur pantomime, but they weren't like West End people. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of on the outskirts. So it's not an amateur one. This is on the outskirts of London. And I'm wondering if perhaps they're not allowed to use proper songs from Beauty and the Beast. Is that why they did other songs? But there was some nice music in it, including Happy. You know that song? La 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 da da da. Happy da 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 da. Arr, arr, arr. It's true. I am happy. Yes. Do I look happy today? I'll try and be happy, just for you. So that's where I was Saturday. And, oh, messages came in, dear. Messages came in. Look at this. Mainly from Wendy Young, top lady Wendy Young, a proper United Kingdom talk supporter, and Brandon, who says, we're going to have to put a protest in, Wendy. She has cut Monday's short videos. She? Am I crooked today? Just a minute. Am I crooked? I'm going to go like this a bit. I think I'm a bit crooked today. Never mind. And Brandon said, she has cut... Why is it... What do you mean she, dear? She... Brandon puts, she has cut Monday's short videos and no live show today. That was last Saturday. She? Where you get she from? And Wendy says, he must do 2 hours next Saturday. Now, come on, Wendy. I mean, you know... I'm not foolish enough to think that someone would actually sit there and either watch or listen to the show for 2 hours. They don't do it. Most people disappear in the first 15 seconds. Most people won't see this part of today's video because they're already gone. Bye-bye. Good. Don't like it? Go. Bye. Only true supporters like Wendy and Brandon. Oh, I've got itchy here. Wendy and... Oh. Oh, that's better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yes. Most people like Wendy and Brandon won't be with us for the eternity of the... I know Marge is there. Marge will be there. I know that, yes. What did I ask today? Brandon wants to know, have you watched Friday's video yet? When it gets to about 4 minutes, it's hilarious. The facial expressions and everything just cracks me up big time. What facial expressions, dear? What facial expressions do you have? Oh, can you do this with your lip, Brandon? Hang on a minute. What? I've got to do this. Watch. Right. First of all, you've got to... make your teeth and the top part of your lip quite dry, right? So just get look at me with this. I'm wearing this out tonight, this t-shirt. Hang on. Right, so maybe all dry. Okay? So make all that dry, and then can you do that one, Brandon? Can you... Can you do that one, Brandon? The drier top lip and teeth are, the longer it stays like that. If not, it gradually comes down. And as you know, girls, once it's gone down like that, it's no use anymore. Move on to the next one, dear. On to the next one. Stop it now. I'm being very naughty today. Let me see, what else have we got there? Yes, so that's it. Wendy, I hope your husband John gets better soon. John's not very well at the moment. He's in hospital. So our hearts are with you that John gets well soon, my darling. All right? So they were the messages I received about Saturday's show. And my best friend Ron has also thought he'd stick a little oar in there when I mentioned that most people, you know, have disappeared after the first half a minute. And Ronnie says, half a minute? Really? Yes, really, dear. They do stay as long as that. We had someone in Afghanistan watching the other week who stayed for 8 whole seconds. 8 seconds. And then there was someone in France, 2 people in France who watched for the whole time. And you wonder where these people are. So I wonder what these people do. And they watched for an hour, but they didn't write. And most people will not write an email in. So that's that. Yes, so after we went to the panto, yeah, he's behind you. Oh, no, he isn't. Anyway, all that. And what do we have there? Oh, I had an ice cream, a couple of cups of tea. Oh, too milky. I said 2 teas, please. And this bloke gave me these 2 teas, which were pre-prepared. And there was too much. I'm sorry, there's too much milk in it. Oh, I'll make you another one. Okay, just a little bit of milk. No, he put the whole bloody bottle in again. Will you stop making my tea like that? Don't put the milk in. Bring it to me in a little jug. Oh, what's the time? Oh, it's 5 to 2. I've got a rush, dear. I've got a rush because I've got an X-ray today. An X-ray on my little foot. But I must say, it's a little bit better at the moment. My foot is better. So then we had a little trip to Harrods. Oh, yes, dear. We had a trip to Harrods. Not a shop I frequent very often, but I feel I should do. And we eventually got there. Terrible trouble parking, of course, but Ronnie's got a disabled badge, so we can use disabled parking slots. What are they called? Bays. And I think in some areas, yellow lines and things like that. So we found somewhere eventually. Even with that, we had trouble finding somewhere, but we did eventually. We're walking through Harrods. Oh, it's lovely. It was packed. Packed, dear. Packed. Well, went past this cat. Right, and it's literally just sitting on a shelf. There's no glass box around it, no tag attached to it, nothing. This cat is just sitting on a shelf with little jewels encrusted all the way around it. And I looked at the price, dear. Was it £34,000 for this jewel encrusted cat? I mean, it doesn't even purr. What's the point of that? A cat that doesn't purr. Very cheap, dear. £34,000. And I walked a bit further and we saw this beautiful area where they had chandeliers hanging there. Chandeliers, dear. £50,000, £130,000, and it just goes on. Beautiful things and lovely things and nice members of staff. Staff always very courteous, and you couldn't fault them. You really couldn't. He then went into the menswear department to buy something for his other half, Andy. I think he got Armani jeans and Armani t-shirt. I can't remember what they were. He bought 2 items, and then I was attracted to a coat. Oh, it was lovely. I put this coat on. I thought, oh my God, you know, the wind is never going to get through this. Although I've got a lovely coat downstairs. I've only just started wearing it. I got from Vegas. I got that really cheap, like I think 40 or 50 quid, something like that. And the wind doesn't get through that. You put that on, because that's the main problem. You know, the wind. Not that sort of wind. Not that sort of wind. When you put this coat on, the wind doesn't get through. So that's quite nice. And I tried this coat on. Oh, it was lovely. But there was fur around the collar. And I put it back. And I come back and put it on again. And a young lad came and assisted me in my... Are you crooked? I'm sure you're crooked. Assisted me in my inquiry. And I'm wearing this. And it was really expensive. But it was 30% off if I have a card. I haven't got a card, but they can give you one at the till, and immediately you get the 30% off. I think it was called a pre-sale item, so they're not selling them yet. They've put a couple out before they start selling them properly. It's very confusing, I know. I couldn't work it out either. But then I found, unfortunately, that the fur around the collar was fur. And I'm sorry, I won't have anything to do with that. Dead animals or anything like that. No. Put it back on there. Sorry, I cannot be contributing to the ripping off coats from defenceless animals. The same as eating them, dear. You know, I will not have anything to do with that at all. So put that straight back on the shelf and walked off. It was very nice. If it had fake fur around that, I would have bought that. Would have been in debt, but there we are. I would have bought that coat. It was really, really nice. And then after that, we thought we'd go and have a cup of tea, and we found this like a little cafeteria type place within Harrods. Not a restaurant, you know, you could get like snacks and things like that. So we were going to have just a cup of tea, and then the menu came up, and I thought, oh, you know, I feel a bit hungry now. So I ordered a pizza. I said, are you having anything? He said, no. He said, oh, I think I'll just have a bruschetta. Oh, right, okay. So, oh, have they got those? Yes. Oh, I'll have a bruschetta as well. I'll tell you what, I'll have a bruschetta to start, and then a pizza. And then he said, oh, I might as well have a pizza as well, after I said that I was paying. You know. Suddenly the order came flooding through. So we had those, really nice, you couldn't fault it, the service was fantastic. So we had those meals, the food was lovely. And then we had 2 pieces of lemon sponge cake. 2 cups of tea and 2 milkshakes. And that was it. And it was really, really nice. And then I looked over at the table that had just left. And on there was a tip. You know, they'd obviously paid the money and the tip had come back and that's it. And I looked. They'd left 83 pence tip. Anyway, the waiter came over and I said, is that all they've left you, 83 pence? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, I know you can't say anything. Well, what a tight bastards they were. And he laughed. He said, that's okay, sir. And he walked off. I thought, well, I'm not going to leave him 83 pence. That's really mean. Until the bill came over. 80 quid, dear! 80 quid for those items. 2 bruschettas, 2 bits of pizza, 2 bits of lemon cake, 2 teas and 2 milkshakes. 80 quid! Well, I nearly fell through the floor. And then so I reluctantly got my wallet out of my pocket and put the 80 quid on there. And he said, how much tip you going to leave, Ronnie? He said, I said, well, I can't leave any more than less than a 5 an hour after I've complained about how much they left. So I put another 5 on it. 85 quid, dear, for an afternoon's lunch. Dear me and Harrods. A lot of money. A lot of money. But we enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.